Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm doing a comparison on Becca highlighters versus Makeup Revolution highlighters. I picked the colors that I have that are most similar to each other. So for Becca, I'm using Moonstone, and for Makeup Revolution, I'm using Golden Lights. Now obviously in the pan you can see here, they're not the same color. Makeup Revolution is a lot more white, and Becca is more like golden looking. But online on their descriptions they both say there's some sort of gold color, so we're just going to kind of compare. I have used them both before, so this isn't like a first impressions, but I just wanted to compare and maybe help you make a decision on which one that you'd want to purchase, because there's a huge price difference between them, and you might want the Makeup Revolution one, but you might want to splurge on the Becca one. So starting with Becca, it retails for $46, and I'll read you kind of the description, like what it's supposed to do or like what it says about the color. It says it's a best-selling creamy highlighter powder. Lights up your favorite features with a high impact, ultra reflective shine. Inspired by the dazzling light of the midday sun, this iconic formula is enriched with ultra-fine, luminescent pearls that absorb, reflect, and refract light to amplify your natural radiance. Okay, so glowy, radiant, sun-kissed looking skin, like that natural glow type feel. And for the Makeup Revolution one, it retails for $9.99, and the description says you're golden as long as you have this powder on your side. With a yellow golden sheen, the highlighter is ideal for medium to deep skin tones. I didn't get the memo apparently, but that's alright. Obviously there's a huge price difference between them, but I want to try them on and kind of swatch them and let you know like my thoughts of them, because I feel like I've used them both enough where I can give you my opinion. I'm going to be swatching it on my hands and also applying it to my face so you can see side-by-side comparison. So starting with Becca, I'll start with the packaging. So this is the Becca one. I've done review and like first impression on Becca products before, but it's got this like very like smooth feeling to the package. It feels like heavy, like it feels like you spent your money well on it, you know? It gets a little bit dirty, but that's okay. And you open it up. This is what the product looks like inside. Here's a close-up of the pan color, like what it looks like in the pan. But I really do love the Becca highlighter. I've talked about it before. They're definitely my favorite highlighter overall. I have like 4 of them, I think. I really love them. They're extremely smooth and creamy, and they just look really, really nice on your skin. They don't accentuate texture at all. They just look really like natural, but you can build up the pigment and make it look like super glamorous and like bam in your face highlight, which is always fun. Also the Becca one doesn't have any chunky glitter in it, so it's all very like finely like milled glitter, like you can barely even see it. It's more of like shimmer. It doesn't give you that like chunk on your face. Chunk is such a gross word, I'm so sorry. So I'll swatch it on the back of my hand for you to see. This is Moonstone swatched on the back of my hand. It doesn't look like it's going to be like super blinding or anything. It looks kind of like natural and almost like a yellow tone, but it looks really nice when it's applied on your face. So now for my thoughts on the Makeup Revolution one. This is the Vivid Bake highlighter, by the way. I think they have like a couple different ones. And like I said, this is in Golden Lights. So the packaging of this is actually like nicer than I feel like a lot of drugstore packaging, even though it has that like cheap like see-through like plastic front and like the colored back. It's okay. The product itself looks really nice in the pan. It looks very like reflective, and it has a lot of like gold shimmer in it. So like I said before, the color might not be the exact same for Moonstone and Golden Lights, but it's just like comparing like the formula and stuff. It also has like a little design in it, which I think is nice too. I really like this highlighter. I find though that like sometimes when I apply it to my face it feels almost like dry. The difference I feel like between the Becca and the Makeup Revolution highlighters is that Makeup Revolution feels a little bit more dry, a little bit more chunky, but it still looks really good. It's still going to give you like that blinding effect. It just feels like it won't last as long. However, I haven't like compared the longevity of both of them together, so I'm not too sure. I guess I'll be testing that today because I'll have 2 different highlights on my face. But yeah, I'll swatch this one for you so you can see it next to the Moonstone one. So we've got Makeup Revolution and Moonstone. The Makeup Revolution one looks a lot more pigmented actually, and just a lot more like bright, and like it's going to be more blinding than the Moonstone one. I think it's just because this one blends in more to my skin tone, and this one's a lot more white. They both look like they're going to be really like blinding on the skin, and they look like they're going to give a really nice glow. So we'll try them out together and see how it looks. Okay, so I'm going to be testing these highlighters out on my face using the Morphe M501. This is my favorite highlighting brush. So I'm going to take Moonstone first, and I'm not wearing any highlighter obviously. It was really hard not to put highlighter on today because I always do. I need it, and I just didn't today, and I feel so matte. It's weird. So I'll put the Moonstone one on my right side. It picks up a lot on the brush, which is nice. And I tap it off and there's still a lot there. It doesn't like, I hate sometimes when you like pick up an eyeshadow or something and you like go to tap off the excess and it's literally gone and you're like, well, it's either all or nothing, I guess. So I'm just going to apply it to the tops of my cheekbones here. I'll go in twice with each of them just because that's what I usually do. I like to go in twice with my highlights. Is it highlight or highlighter? Because people used to call it highlighter and then everyone would get mad and say, it's highlight, it's highlight. But now everyone calls it highlighter, so which you playing at? So I don't know if you can see it from here. I'll zoom in on my face though. Putting it on, it felt really like soft, and it didn't feel like it doesn't feel like I have a bunch of heavy product on my face or anything. It feels really like light and like natural. So here it is. Hello. A little bit closer up. Hopefully you can see it nicely. So now I'm going to put the Makeup Revolution one on my left side. This too, when I pick up the product on my brush and tap it off, it still has a lot there, so that's really nice. There's a lot of extra powder that comes off with it though, just so you're aware. Also, there's no mirror, and I went to go like look in it and I was like, oh, there's nothing there. So I'm just gonna use the mirror from the Becca one. Already this one's a lot more blinding. I could see how it would complement a darker skin tone. I feel like I'm just, oop, I just dipped into the Becca one. I feel like I'm just a little bit like too fair for it, but when I was there I didn't see any other colors that I liked, so oh well, what you gonna do? Holy crap. Do you see that? That's crazy. I normally just like this isn't a first impression, like I've used it before, but I'm not this like close up, and I'm not like comparing it to anything. Normally I'm just like slap it on, like spray my face and go, but like this is crazy. It's very golden. The difference between them, like the Moonstone one, I can barely see it just looking like how I am right now. And then I turn my face slightly with the Makeup Revolution one and I can see it so well. Here's the Makeup Revolution highlighter close up. As you can see, it looks crazy. Super blinding. See, look, highlight. Not as much highlight. Highlight. Not as much highlight. This side just looks more like night out going to the club, and like this side just looks more like, hello, like I'm going to the office, but like I like makeup. Yeah, there's a pretty big difference actually. It's crazy. So because the Becca highlighter like isn't as bright as the Makeup Revolution one, I'm just gonna like put the Makeup Revolution one on my right side so that I don't look as cray cray. Okay, now I feel like I match a little bit better. So for my final thoughts on both of them, I just feel like they're both really nice highlighters. I just think that you should buy them for different reasons. Moonstone is very glowy. It's very pretty, very like natural looking. I use this as like my everyday highlight. You can definitely build it up, but it doesn't have that same like boom bam factor as a Makeup Revolution one. This one I put it on and like right away, like I'm still looking at it like right now. It's so like bright and in your face, and I could just see it a lot more than the Moonstone one. However, Moonstone's like one of my favorite highlights. It's very like natural and glowy looking. So I think it just depends on your look. As for the price, $10 versus $46, I'd probably buy the Makeup Revolution one if you don't already have a Becca one, just because I feel like you don't need to spend that much money on it. If you want to, it's definitely a nice investment. Like, I love it. I love all my Becca highlighters, but like if you're on a budget and you don't want to spend like all your hard-earned money on like one makeup product, the Makeup Revolution one is a really good alternative. You also have both though, because they're both different, so I feel like it's not like one or the other. Like, you could have both in your makeup collection and you can get different looks with them. So yeah, I'm happy with both of them. I like both of them. I think they both look really good. I think this one stands out a little bit more to me for the price point. I just think it's like one of those drugstore products where it's like, holy crap, like can't believe that was only 10 bucks. However, I'll continue to buy Becca ones because I'm a sucker and that's how I'll blow all my money, so it's fine. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed watching my video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel down below as well if you want to see more from me. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!